Here is everything you need to know about the Encore grinders from Baratza. Ever since Baratza released their newest grinder, the Encore ESP Pro in 2025, we've been getting a lot of questions about the other Encore grinders. When I reviewed the Encore ESP Pro not too long ago, I briefly described the differences between all three grinders, but today I want to go a little bit more in depth. Simply put, the Encore is best for coffee, the Encore ESP is best for espresso, and the Encore ESP Pro can grind for both espresso and coffee, but in my opinion, it really shines with espresso. This is the original Baratza Encore. This grinder is best known for filter coffee. So think pour over, drip, French press, all that good stuff. Now, can it do espresso? Technically, yes, but realistically, it's really limited. The grind steps just aren't fine enough to really dial things in. A lot of folks will upgrade to the M2 burr set to get better results. On the inside of this grinder, we currently have 40mm steel M3 conical burrs. Adjustment-wise, this is a fully stepped grinder. You are clicking through the range from the start to the finish. So feature-wise, it keeps things pretty simple. We have an on-off switch as well as a pulse button. And overall, no frills, it's very reliable and filter-focused. Next up, we have the Encore ESP. This is where things really get interesting. The ESP in this model stands for Espresso, meaning this is the Encore that can do espresso. This grinder is designed to be a true do-it-all option. Espresso, filter, cold brew, but the espresso performance here is a really big step up. And that's due to a redesigned adjustment system. You get stepped adjustment, but with a macro and micro setup. There are 40 total steps. The first 20 are specifically tuned for espresso. They use a tighter thread pitch, so your adjustments between each step are tiny, like really precise. This one comes standard with the M2 conical steel burrs, which is a big win. You also get a dosing cup that works with both 54 and 58mm portafilters. The way it does this is by having this little rubber ring on the outside of the lip of the dosing cup. If you're using a 54mm machine, you'd remove this ring and your portafilter would fit right on top. If you're using a commercial standard size 58mm portafilter, we'd put the ring back on, increasing the diameter to 58mm for that clean transition into your portafilter. So transferring grounds into your portafilter is way cleaner. And the burr set on this grinder is quick release, which makes cleaning way easier. If you're getting into espresso and want one grinder that can grow with you, this one makes a lot of sense. This is the top of the line in the Encore lineup. This one is all about precision, especially when it comes to espresso. Instead of stepped clicks, this grinder is stepless, so you can fine-tune as much as you want. You get 60 total settings, with 40 of those specifically optimized for espresso. And thanks to half-step increments shown on the display, you actually get 120 possible grind positions, which is really wild considering the size and price category of this grinder. It features the same M2 conical burrs as the ESP, but adds a bunch of premium upgrades. You have a digital timer that is adjustable down to the 10th of a second. And I love this detail because of how I do my espresso workflow at home. It has a dedicated single dose hopper. This is really nice because what I do is I'll weigh out my coffee on my scale, throw it into my grind chute and lay this on top. This reduces popcorning as well as keeps the grinder at a lower profile, so it fits more places more easily. Another nice feature on this grinder, if you're not in its timing mode, is that after the beans are done grinding, the grinder shuts off automatically. This is really nice because you don't have to physically be there to babysit the grinding and hold the button down, so you can move on to the next step of your espresso routine, like grabbing milk or prepping your portafilter. Compared to the other Encore grinders, the static is way more controlled. There is built-in anti-static tech to keep things clean. While still recognizable in the Encore lineup, the build feels noticeably more premium. There's anodized metal components for better durability. If you want better control without jumping into that full prosumer category, this Encore means business. So now we're going to do a side-by-side noise comparison for each grinder. This gives you an idea of what they're going to sound like in your home. In my experience, I find that it's the pitch and the tone of the grinder that makes it so you could hear it further away rather than just the raw decibel value. So we're just going to grind a little bit on each one, starting with the Encore. Encore ESP. And the Encore ESP Pro. As we noticed, the pitch had a notable change between grinders, with the Encore ESP Pro being a bit quieter than the other two. I like to think about coffee grinding in terms of rooms away that you can hear them. I'd put this one at a 2 to 3 room away, this one at a solid 2 rooms away, and then this one at kind of like a room and a half sort of level. You're gonna hear it outside the kitchen and then muffled any further than that. Do you currently own one of these grinders, or are you thinking about getting one? Let us know what you think about these different Encores in the comments. Thank you and good night.